tired of me saying good night. I'm like, good night. You want to say that when you going to bed. Maybe I'll say good night when it's a good night. Hello, everyone. God, I felt like we was really close. As we are setting up. So, we finna talk about how, yes, parents, students as well, but parents, because the parents make the decisions. They should be making decisions, or should be helping you, students. Adolescents. Y'all need to listen to your parents right now, because I'm about to give them some life-changing information. As always, as we always do, but I guess we just really got to hit it on the nail a little bit. Just really beep, beep, beep on the nail. As we set up real quick, parents, this is going to help your kid. And you probably wish you known this too. This is going to help them get into their dream school. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. This is going to help them get into their dream school. No exaggeration. No exaggeration. If I had to do it all over again, this would be my blueprint. This would be my blueprint. I got the secret sauce, right? It's not even a secret sauce. It's public sauce, actually. It's not even like, it's just a sauce that nobody uses because nobody believes it's real until it's real. But some students are using it. What is that secret sauce? Articulation agreements. I got to shout out my articulation agreement to pop the Monday off. If you don't use an articulation agreement, I don't know what you're doing at this point. Hold on right quick. Disclaimer. Because I will go and ramble. Bright, right? A little bright. Tools for every video. Oh, nope, gotcha. Oh, on the first? On the first try? I think I missed. Disclaimer. The videos presented here are for informational purposes only, and therefore, if you are to choose to attend the institution, please do your own research and consult with a specialist at the institution you are interested in. I am not a financial aid specialist, academic advisor, or representing any institution in any of those jobs. Speaking on behalf of Creator, Henry is only speaking from his experience, okay? And the Wi-Fi should be on. Yes, the Wi-Fi is on. Had to make sure, guys. I don't want no hiccups for us. Perfect. All right. How parents, you probably want, when you click on this, I ain't got time to waste for you. I know you're trying to get the information, you're probably trying to go, or you probably want to listen. But right now, your boy's in school, working, and we gotta meet each other with time. And help him, hit that like and subscribe. So, moms. I'm gonna call y'all moms. I'm gonna say mom. I call you mom, I'm gonna call you mom. Or dad. Or grandma. Or pops. Or papa. What was that? What was that? What was that? Did I see that? Oh no, maybe I'm tripping. I thought I saw something. So look, I was gonna say scholar, but your kid can get into their dream school. Oh, there you go. I got it that time. Sucker. I got it that time. I got 1 for 1 tonight. Your kid can get into their dream school. How can they get into their dream school? Every university, man, from the publics, from privates, Ivy. I was just looking up Ivy League. I looked up a typical Harvard. Everybody does this articulation agreement. And how does it help you get into your dream school, right? The main thing I always like to say is that when let's say you want to get into your dream school, like, we're going to say Ivy, right? But I ain't even going to use the Ivy. I'm going to play it safe right now. Let's say you want to get into a dream school, like everybody dream school is I used to work there, Georgia Tech, right? That's like everybody's dream school sometimes. And you didn't get in the first time, right? You didn't get in the first time. Your scores probably weren't good enough. Scores could have been good enough. GPA wasn't high enough. GPA could have been high enough. You just didn't get in. Is it over for you? Do you have to settle on a typical college? You know, I guess I went to typical colleges. If people would say, "Oh, he went to da da da," he didn't even go to a prestige school. Okay, I guess since my school wasn't prestige, I guess since my school wasn't HBCU, I guess my school wasn't Ivy. I guess I just went to some typical schools. I heard it all so far. So, if you want to get into Georgia Tech, right, and you didn't get in, it's not the end. Your first 2.5, 2 years can be done at, you already know what I'm saying, at a 2 year. But before you do that, you want to make sure that your dream school does have an articulation agreement, which or what 2 year college that you will be attending. Why are you always trying to make me go to a 2 year or start at a 2 year? Because when you start at a 2 year, this allows you to do your gen ed. What is your gen ed? Your prerequisites. What are your prerequisites? Your math, like college algebra, your English, 1101, depending where you at. You might call it something else. But English, math, U.S. history, politics, not politics, macro, microeconomics, depending on whatever you have to take for gen ed. It depends on what you're trying to align yourself up with for your bachelor's. How do I know? Because I did it. Boop, boop, boop. And we get the masters. I did it. That's why I don't understand why everybody is listening to people out here. I think the only thing you can listen to people who can tell you how to get a debt-free degree, the only thing you can listen to them about is maybe scholarships. That's probably the only thing you can do is tell them about scholarships. And I'm not against it. I'm for everybody. I'm for everybody. That's that right? I am for everybody using their resources. I had to use some resources in graduate school. Undergraduate though, I used all my resources. I used my Pell, I used my Hope, I used my own money. And so most of the time I wasn't trying to use the resources. Most of the time I was using the Pell, I was using the Hope because I'm in Georgia, the Hope grant, which is provided by a great lotto. Thank you for everybody who plays the lotto. And so you want to make sure that your 4 year has an articulation agreement or pathway agreement with your 2 year. And everybody is taking these gen eds for the, as I would say, the low or very affordable price, and then bridging to the university as if they've been at the university all 4 years, and they haven't. A lot of people are starting at 2 year colleges, 2 years, and spending like 2 to 3 years at their 2 year, then bridging to the 4 year. Why do I stress the articulation agreement or pathway agreement? It is almost like a sure thing. If you do everything you need to do inside the agreement, have a certain, some require like a certain GPA, some require, some other things, but most of the time it's just a streamline you in. You wanna know why they make these agreements sometimes? Because the university needs students. If you watch us so far, it's kind of, that's why we forecast and mix everything in with the data or talk about it. I know you can't see it. We ain't there yet. But when we get there, you'll be able to see like the data I look at sometimes. The state is not supporting the universities. So universities have to come up with other strategic methods to figure out how to get more students into the school. More nowadays, students just don't want to go to, and we have a person in here, Junior. What's up, Junior? I appreciate that comment. I love the comments. And sometimes, they had to come up with this because most people don't, what's that I was looking for? I had to stop. The states are not funding universities. Universities got to come up with these other ways. If they don't come up with these other ways, then the school goes down in enrollment. Then you see what you see today. You see what? Layoffs at universities. Universities raising the tuition prices on you. And then you say college is not affordable. When college is affordable with these articulation agreements. I wonder how many people ever told you about told you about a articulation agreement? You already heard it? You probably did. Or did you hear about being a transient student? But let's get back to the main sauce. When you start at your 4 year, not your 4 year, you want to go to that 4 year. I don't care what 4 year it is. I don't care what state you in the United States. This gonna work. Call the school up. Hey, do y'all got articulation agreements, pathway agreements? And you know what they gonna say? Yes, we do. They gonna say, oh, you gonna be like, oh, what 2 year colleges do you have it with? They might have it with a state college, which is kind of like a university, but it used to be a 2 year, but it went to a state college, but they still have the state college can have like 2 year college prices. I know it sounds weird and confusing, but that happens. But in most cases, it's gonna be a 2 year. And then hopefully that person knows their job. It's all about resources. It's all on the school website. Should be public record. I will show you guys when I get the other, how you say the other lens and other screen to show you. Because all you would use is the magnifying glass on the school website and type in articulation agreement, pathway agreements. Then when you see that it has this articulation agreement, you say, oh, I ain't get into my dream school my first 2 years while all your friends are partying and paying quadruple the prices their first 2 years. You could be taking them for actually quadruple down, as I like to say, like literally like way below the market value price if we want to put it in that terms, but I like to use simple terms. Way low prices like $100, or some states got like $50 per credit hour. Some states got free. Like California is free at a 2 year college. I wish I was in California doing this. I would have been unstoppable. But I was in Georgia and I still did it. So, and this is why I want you to do it. Ain't you, I'm a little slang in there. Ain't you tired of hearing the same thing? Apply for scholarships. And scholarships don't even work. Oh, apply for this grant. The grant don't work. Ain't you tired of that? That's like apply for this car loan and they're going to repo the car eventually because it's just a setup. But not to get into that. I don't like loans. Not to get into that. This is how you get into your dream school. So I looked up Harvard, right? So I'm going to walk it through full speed. Go to the 4 year. Not go to the 4 year, but call the 4 year. Hey, do y'all have articulation agreements? They say yes. You look at what 2 year colleges they're cool with. They might be cool with all the 2 year colleges in your state. Ooh, you got options. So then you just go to your 2 year, do your time, then bridge to that 4 year. But you got to pick that 2 year that's in agreement with your 4 year, right? That has that agreement. Because I don't want you going to a 2 year that doesn't have an agreement with your 4 year. Then you're going to be jammed up. Then you're going to be stuck. You see? So this helps you pick the right 2 year while you're a junior or a senior in high school, or you could be a student that just graduated and you just like, I took a year off. I'm trying to figure out how to do this, how to go about this, and this is how you do this. So I looked up Harvard real quick because I was like, no, I looked up Columbia. And I said, do Columbia have, I went on Google, I said, hi. I said, do Columbia University have articulation agreements? It said, and then I just typed it in, Columbia University articulation agreements. That's why I typed in on Google. It says Columbia's combined plan program, affiliated institutions. Okay. So right now I'm looking at it. Of course, I wish I could show you, everybody. But they have a list of schools in different states. Right now, I don't see any small schools per se. But I'm seeing a lot of other / university schools. Davidson College. What's another popular? Clark University. And so these affiliated institutions on plan program, they're not really giving us what we need. Oh, yes they do. Right here. So I kind of have to move you out the way, guys. I have to zoom out. It has right here. At the bottom of it, so I'm gonna move you guys over here just a little so I can see. So right here it has guaranteed admission will not be available for candidates who began college, whether at an affiliate school or not, in fall 2019 or later. Affiliate institutions who have a new agreement in 2017 starting in spring 2019, the required GPA for applicants from the institutions is a 3.5. Okay, so you have a 3.5 for the affiliate institutions. And it has another one on the legend. Affiliates whose partnership with Columbia will terminate at the end of 2019 to 2020 academic year. So, a little outdated. Does say 2020 to 2021 on some stuff in here. But always call the school. Always call the school because I don't really trust it. It's on Columbia's website. It's in their admission files, but it's a PDF. So it's not really the most, I would say, is it updated? I would question, is it updated? But right here it says February 1st, 2025. And this is just all on the website, guys. I don't have no special subscription or whatever you might think I paid for. I got one subscription that's just to cover media. But this is all like just public information. Define college. Education. And then combined plan applicants. More details, not exactly what I'm looking for. So, and I wanted to do Columbia University because it's an Ivy League. I know regular universities have it, but I wanted to do Columbia because everybody likes to go to the bigger schools. So, to make it even sweeter right now, I'm gonna do a regular college. Anybody college? Let's just do UGA. UGA in Alabama just played in a football game. Perfect school. So I'm gonna type in University of Georgia articulation agreements. It's funny because it won't pop up until you type almost the whole word. So then the first thing that pops up with the University of Georgia is their transfer articulation agreements. It's on their website. It's public record. It's on the University of Georgia website. This is how simple it is. And it saves you $10,000 and more. Like and subscribe. It saves you $10,000 or more. And it's that simple. And so, of course, you can't see it, guys, because I don't have the equipment to show you that. I know it's like, what is he talking about? I don't see it. But as I click on their PDF document, it's on their website. I'm on the University of Georgia. And we're watching, and we're waiting, and we're watching. As it loads. So while we wait for this to load, I appreciate the person in the chat, Junior Martinez. Shout out to you. Can't take it for granted. So as it loads, it says formal proposal. Doing some hiccups. Okay. I notice a lot of schools put stuff in PDFs, a lot more, instead of just putting it on the school website. Formal proposal for a transfer admission agreement between another institution and the University of Georgia. A lot of people in Georgia want to go to the University of Georgia, so they should watch this. But if they got the money, they don't need to watch it, I guess. But I've seen a lot of students who come from families with money and still go into student loan debt because a lot of parents will say, my money is not your money, so you should be watching me. You should. But you don't have to watch me. You just have to. You can watch the highlights if you want to. I don't recommend it, but you get the gist. And they go down right here. According to the University of Georgia document, it says that the attached document establishes a transfer admission agreement between another institution and the University of Georgia for admission to a specific degree program. In entering into this agreement, the sending institution specified and the University of Georgia have several goals, which include assisting prospective transfer students at the sending institution to progress toward their bachelorette degree goals, enabling the sending institution students to follow a course of study that allows them to begin upper level coursework immediately upon transfer. So when they say upper level coursework, I'd say students in the beginning, when I say you complete your Gen Ed, usually you're competing like your lower level. And I'm gonna keep it simple. You know that math, English you take when you first get to college, and you like, why am I taking this again? Didn't I take this in high school? You're taking your lower level. In most cases, if you started a 2 year, you can get like a gen ed, interdisciplinary studies, associate's degree. Like right now, this degree I got back here is a, which one is it? This one is a general studies associate's degree of applied science. So pretty much I took math, biology, chemistry. I took some of that stuff to prepare me for my upper level bachelor's degree. And then when I got to my bachelor's, I had to take an upper level like science essentially to go toward my bachelor's. And so that's when you get into your program layers and things of that nature that I can show you. God, it's a lot more I could just show you, and I get another view to show you on the camera. But that's what they're talking about when you take your upper level. You'll go straight into your upper level. You're not taking no more lower level stuff. Like some people might, yeah, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. So it says assuring descendant institution students that if they follow the terms of their approved transfer agreement, they will be admitted to the degree program specified in the agreement agreement at the University of Georgia in the term agreed upon, facilitating cooperation between the counseling offices and the transfer centers at their respective institutions. Now, it says the University of Georgia, I'm going to read this top line. The University of Georgia, in the partnership with the sending institution, has developed transfer procedures to implement this agreement. So normally this will be your president. Your president is probably just doing the taking pictures, shaking hands, they signing like it's signing day, but it's really people behind the scenes making this happen. And so it's very good for schools to collaborate. A lot of schools collaborate in most cases. You never see colleges going at each other, at least not publicly. Yeah. So this is what makes it move and tick. And as it goes down into the transfer admission agreement, I was hoping it was gonna show me a list of their schools. I was hoping. We're gonna find it. Because I do want to find that for our sake. And then, right here. So right here, what is this? Oh, search by school, search by school, search by school. Oh man, let's do, I'm gonna do Atlanta. Atlanta has a lot more schools, I believe. Atlanta. Oh no, Atlanta. Let's just see. No, they don't want to do by city. They want to do by course. I be looking for the list of schools, like just the list of schools. I'm gonna go on the University System of Georgia. They got like a TCSG articulations. That's the Technical College System of Georgia. And they have like a list of schools that have active articulations. Let's see if it's updated. You'll be surprised that these websites don't keep this stuff updated. Why? I don't know. Don't know. That's why I say call the school. Call the school. I know, guys, it'll be more interesting when you can see the screen. It'll be way more interesting. Is it gonna load up? It's taking me to a Microsoft Word document now. Bear with me. That is my paper that I'm working on for school. As we're loading, we are almost at our 30-minute mark. Let's go Microsoft Word. All right. So right here is gonna list some schools, more just some fancy words that I don't really want to just read to you and be like, what is he talking about? Is it just fancy words? So it says in most cases that the general education courses that you take at your 2 year, at least in Georgia, will definitely cross over to or may enter the general education courses at the university or at the University System of Georgia, which is like the system of all the headquarters of universities. Perfect way to use it. Perfect way to use it. And so, but they're not listing the schools. I be wanting to show you like a list. I just want to go down a list of names. And so, let's see. me see. Is that it? Is that up to date? Is this up to date? I think this is current. It's so tiny. Alright. I think it's, I want to say this is okay. What's this? Okay, for exact course transfer within the display articulation degree, students should contact the institution directly prior to enrolling in any program with the intent of transferring into a USG program. That is why I recommend you guys to call the institution. Call the institution. Talk to a transfer. Whoa, she cooking. She cooking right now. My house burning. Call the institution. Call them multiple times. Say, I want to talk to someone who's transferring. Not transferring. I want to talk to somebody who's over transfer. But according to Georgia, in Georgia, the university system of Georgia has about a number of, they have active agreements of 394. That is a lot. So right here, for example, let's get into the meat and potatoes. So right here, it says that Southern Regional Technical College, which is in Georgia, has a agreement with Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College. In business, they got a Bachelor of Science. At Southern Regional Technical College, you can get your Associate of Science. You can get an AS, General Business, right? So I want to get into UGA. Can I find UGA? I'm going to scroll till I find UGA because it didn't take me that long to get to it. I wonder, is it like University of UGA? Is it in that order? Let me see. Let me see. Are y'all gonna make me go to another page? Let me see. Georgia. Let me see. Not Georgia State. Oh, I guess University of Georgia don't really have many, because according to the USG, they said the school with the most articulation agreements is Middle Georgia State University. Interesting. The one with the least amount is University of West Georgia. Ooh, interesting. And so I'm gonna go to Georgia State. Let's do Georgia State. I'm in grad school at Georgia State. Let's see if I can find that one. Let me see who they have agreements with. Let me see. I'm scrolling. Let me see. Georgia Southern, Georgia State University. So they said, what is this? Birth through 5. What is a birth through 5? So according to Georgia State University, because I'm doing graduate school there, they said that you can get a associate's degree, AAS. I think that's Associate of Applied Science. That should be Associate of Applied Science, AAS. Early Childhood Care and Education, AAS, at Atlanta Technical College. And then when you go to Georgia State, if you transfer over, they said that would be a birth through 5. I don't know what a birth through 5 is, but they said a birth through 5, if anybody knows. Another one would be... Let's do another one. I'm trying to get a popular school. These are very popular schools, but everybody be like, I don't know about these schools. Everybody knows Savannah State University. Savannah State University has a lot of articulation agreements. So, prime example. You can get associates at Albany Technical College. At Albany Technical College, which is a technical college in Georgia. You can get your Associate of Applied Science in Civil Engineering Technology, and then bridge to Savannah State University for a Bachelor of Science, Civil Engineering Technology. This is all on the university system of Georgia. And the list goes on and on. Then I see my undergraduate school or my 2-year. But the list goes on and on, guys. And is it completely updated? I'm not sure. Some deals could be made yesterday, tomorrow. Some got made in the past that probably just didn't get added to this website. One thing about state places, like state jobs, and y'all know how this works, state government jobs, they're not up to speed with technology the best. So Definitely, if you want to get into your dream school, once again, though, any university, most of the time, this can help you get into your dream school. Parents is important because it saves you $10,000 and more. I feel like this was very informational. I would like to talk about something else, but I have to go to school. I have to do some schoolwork. Very informational. It can save you $10,000 or more, especially when you transfer to the university. You stay off campus, and what's that? You stay off campus, and you don't get a meal plan, and you don't get a room and board, obviously, because I said stay off campus. That can save you so much money in college that it's not funny, guys. Like, that's how I was able to afford college. Because if I would have started, honestly, if I would have started at my 4 year and stayed on campus, I would have been in student loan debt. Probably like 50 to 60K easily. But I started at 2 year, bridged to a 4 year. And then when I bridged to my 4 year, I stayed off campus. I didn't get a meal plan. And then that literally, I was only paying $2,500 to go to school. College is not expensive, at least not that expensive, I think. I think it's very, and you're hearing this from somebody who's first generation in college, uh, whatever they want to throw the stigma on, poverty, like guys, whatever you want to throw. I didn't have a car, whatever, like stuff of that. It was literally just like I really feel like everybody should go to college and the resources are out there. And this saves you a lot of money because you can't depend on the government. The government works together. The government is going to do what's best for the country of the United States. They're not going to do what's best. They're going to do what's best for the people too, but they're always going to do what's best for the country against other worlds. Not other worlds, but other countries outside of this country in the United States. So, guys, it's really important that you take this in and play this back and forth, and then ask me again in the comment section if I didn't explain it right. Let me know, because this is life changing. If you thought you couldn't go to college, you can go to college. Like, you could get to your dream school just by calling your dream school and say, look, y'all do articulation agreements. Oh, cool, boom. Then most of the times a 2 year does not have a admission, really. They have 100% open admission, which means you can get into the school just by applying. You don't have to worry about the SAT, ACT. You don't have to worry about all these other barriers to get into the school. So I think that's dope. I think you should take that. You did. And then let's keep going with it. But I definitely will do that occasionally. Talk about the articulation agreement. That was my bread and butter. And being a transient student, that was my bread and butter. I was doing all the, I was like the Kobe in the higher education. I had the post fade. I had the layup like, hey, I had the Messi. I had the Messi soccer skills out there. I had it all. Let me stop messing with y'all. So, since I say University of Georgia, I'm going to break down the University of Georgia. It's only right. I'm going to break down the University of Georgia, and I'm going to let y'all go. It ain't never too late. Ain't no sunshine when she gone. University of Georgia. How much y'all think University of Georgia is? I don't know. I wonder. And I wonder. Starbucks getting some free advertisement. Starbucks getting free advertisement. I don't own Starbucks stock. I don't. Just saying. They got this new protein drink. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Can't complain. I'm not a Starbucks fiend, though. I didn't even grow with a Starbucks, you know? It was in a food desert, you know? I'm not a Starbucks fiend. Grew up in a food desert. Didn't even grow up on Starbucks. Didn't grow up on no Chick-fil-A or nothing. What you say? University of Georgia, they have a lot of campuses. Wow, they have a lot. The fact that they put this on the U.S. Department of Education College Scorecard, the U.S. Department of Education College Scorecard, is amazing. But yes, the main campus is in Athens. So, University of Georgia, tuition and fee. That's my jacket. Hoodie better. Tuition and fee. Right. And then, University of Georgia don't need no introduction. But, fun fact about the University of Georgia, though, that I should point out. I believe they are I'm not going to say it yet, because Wait. Not going to say it yet. Oh, University of Georgia. They are a land grant university. I think I should mention that. Meaning, guys, they take pretty good pride in their agriculture, believe it or not. I know we know them for the football and stuff, but they are known for that. They also are the school that I believe, I'm pretty sure other schools have got him, but they were the ones at the time. They got Warren Buffett to come speak at the school. I'm actually watching that right now. In the moment, they got him to come speak at the school when he was a lot younger. Shout out to Warren Buffett, though, man. It comes with time and age. So, the University of Georgia, they have 31,000 students. 31,310 to be exact, but 31,000 students. It's a 4-year course. It's public. They say it's in a city, but Athens is a rural area. I thought, if last time I checked, I did not know that Athens had a city. I'm not even trying to be funny. Of course, like we said, they have a large institution. The University of Georgia has a graduation rate of 87%. 87%. That's pretty good on the 58% scale, according to the U.S. Department of Education College Scorecard. The average annual cost to go to University of Georgia is about $14,000. How true is that? We are about to find out how true that is. We're about to find out. So I'm going to University of Georgia website. The cost of attendance, University of Georgia, for fall 2025 and spring 2026. They're saying that tuition is about $10,000 is that for the year? Sometimes you gotta ask yourself, is that for the year? They're saying that's for the year. So $10,000 for tuition. For the fees, that's about $14.58. If you include housing, remember they have a star by it, so they're saying that. Where's the star? Come on, guys, don't do me like that. What does that star mean? It's probably at the bottom. I know schools so well. They're so business oriented. They usually say that, star. If you live on campus in East Campus Village, an additional $1,334 will be added to your housing costs for the year. Oh, cool. Okay. And that's for fall and spring semester. Got to read them stars, guys. But UGA, right now they're saying about $10,000, fees $14.58. So housing $7,500 pretty much, with an additional maybe $1,000 on it. Food $45.86. Now that's for the year. I'm not even gonna factor in the housing. I'm not even gonna do you like that, guys. I'm not gonna do you like that. I'm not even gonna factor in the housing or the food. I'm just gonna factor in their tuition and their fees. I don't have nothing against UGA personally. UGA is just that school. You just be like, it's UGA. You just don't really, you know. So, what is 10,034 plus 1458? 40. Oh, he said 45, 47. 45. Oh, man, why you do me like that? You know, all about the business. All right, look. So 11,492. That's with the fees. So we're gonna do what? Divide that by 2. So for the fall for 2025, 2026, students were looking at only for tuition. Believe it or not, they were only looking at 5746. That ain't bad for tuition and fees. Imagine if you stay off campus and you get your own like apartment, you learn how to grocery shop, you do what I did at Valdosta State University. I could have went to UGA if I really wanted to. But guess what? Per semester, I was paying about $2,500 at Valdosta State University. I was paying about $2,500 per semester. I wasn't paying $5,800 per semester. So I didn't want that strain on myself. Could I have got the money? Yeah. But it was going to be cutting it close. I was going to be cutting it close. I was going to probably have to go get student loans. And I took the route where I didn't want no student loans. I didn't want no back end stuff. Like, oh, you owe that money back and da-da-da. Would it have been worth it? I don't know. We'll never know. I don't regret the decision. I'm just giving you my perspective. So if you add on the, we split up the 7,500 of the housing, we split up the 4,586 of the food meal plan, you looking at about, as I would say, you're looking at about $10,000 per $10,000 plus per semester. Because at the end of it all, they're saying you're looking at an average of 30 grand on estimate per semester at UGA. So you know me, I'm gonna write that down real quick before I erase that. Because that tuition, it's a good number. It's a decent number. We'll get into that. But I'm gonna say right here, if they saying you looking at 30 grand on estimate, what I like to do, that's 30 grand for the year, which is like 15 grand per semester. Like I said, $10,000 or more. You're gonna pay $10,000 plus or more when you stay on campus. 5,700, not that. 30,000 times 4 is $120,000. That is a house, guys, in some places. That is a house in some places. That's a house in some places. If you stand on campus and let them feed you 3 times a day, and you're not even using them, I'm using every meal swipe I got. I'm gonna use a meal swipe even if I'm full, just to sit in there and say I'm paying for it. So they say the average earnings you can make when you graduate from UGA, if you are a financial aid student, this is based off usually financial aid students, but I think this is really a salary that most students will get if they go to the institution. So they're saying that you're looking at a salary of about $69,000 on $60,000 a year estimate, but that's after being 10 years removed from the institution. So you could be making either like already making that fresh out of college, or you could be making that like right at your 10-year mark. I think it's a pretty good number. Most people don't make that type of money. Most people don't even make even today, some people don't make $35,000 a year today. So that's a good number, especially for, I guess, the caliber of the school and the people who went there. I didn't even look up the Noble alumni. I'll say that for last. So as we get to the graduation and retention rate, students return 94% of the time after going there. That's pretty good. And we talked about the graduation rate. Financial aid and debt. Students receive federal loans. 23%, that's my high school basketball number. 23% of students receive federal loans. That's not a hot number. The average debt you're going to get based on the U.S. Department of Education College Scorecard, they're saying the average debt you're going to get when you go here, I guess for financial aid students, not sure, but the average debt you're going to have is about $18,000 and $500. They're saying that's your average debt if you go here. Your typical earnings, remember guys, they do break down the typical earnings by career fields and everything. So the percentage of earning more, you have a 82% chance of earning more than a high school graduate. That's pretty good. And then we talked about the earnings, like the salary. I do want to see though. They do base it off of career fields, and I do see it goes into so much detail. Like that would be like when we can do longer live streams again, because like they break it down, and I'll be like, man, what career field should we pick? And I can show you guys. It'd be funny. Like we're gonna be talking about like, did you get your? Not even gonna do it. So I'm getting tired. I'm not tired, but you probably see my eyes like tired, but not tired. Gotta keep going. Had gym day today. Yeah, gym day today. Campus diversity. I do encourage people. Oh, you good, G? You good? That's YouTube not telling you. I do tell people though with campus diversity, if you do want to go to UGA or any other school or university or whichever one, I do say go visit the school. Do a campus tour. Don't be like me. I said bump it. I didn't do no campus tour at Valdosta State University or any universities I was considering. I just went. Don't do that. Go visit the school, especially in today's time. A lot of schools will mislead you with advertisement, social media. Go visit the school. It's gonna cost you money probably. Make sure to see if the school gonna pay for it or whatever. See what they can accommodate if they can. But even though they pay for the athletes to come out there for free, put them in fancy hotels, as regular students, we don't get the privilege of being flown. What's that word? Flown out. Or regular students just got to get it how you can. So that's something about campus diversity. Test scores and acceptance. UGA has a 37% acceptance rate. That is pretty high, considering that they get national television for sports and stuff. It's pretty high. University of Georgia has an acceptance rate of 37%. University of Georgia requires admission test scores, SAT, ACT, during the application process. Students who were admitted to the University of Georgia and enrolled typically had admission test scores. They're talking about the test score ranges. So remember, the College Scorecard tells you all of that. They show you like, hey, what you need to make on these tests to potentially get into the school. Did not expect the 37% acceptance rate though. Did not expect that. That was gonna be lower. So what do I rate the University of Georgia? Remember, they are out of my price range. For one, my purchasing power. If I was at a 2-year, I would snag on some debt, but I would do my plan. I would do my formula. When I'm coming from a 2-year, I would stay off campus. I would grocery shop. I'll get a part-time job or a full-time job. Probably full-time job for sure, because I'm paying about $57.46 per semester, along with tuition and fees. So I would need a pretty good full-time job. But the caliber of the school is UGA. It's not bad prices. It's not bad prices. They're not an A. They're not an F. They're not a D. They could be a C or a B. All right, man, it's UGA. I'm gonna have to give them a C. I'm gonna have to get some backlash on that. UGA get a C. They get a C. They get a C. UGA just gotta get a C, man. They gotta get a C. It's out of my purchasing power. I seen people. One of my mentors actually, at my 2-year, he went to UGA. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I seen people with UGA degrees. But UGA is one of them type of schools, like, they got a strong culture there. You go to UGA, I feel like you'll give it an A, outstanding school if you went there. It's UGA. I don't really think I just don't, it's UGA. It's like, but I heard it got a pretty good business school. I heard. But, man, it's UGA. Let me see. UGA. I'm going to look up their Noble alumni before we go real quick. Yeah, they Noble alumni. Like, come on, man. Look at this Noble alumni list, man. It says it all. The Noble alumni list says it all. Let me look. Hold on. Yeah, man, they ain't had nothing. They really ain't smoking on nothing. Yeah, they ain't smoking on nothing, really. They had Ryan Seacrest. I don't know who that is. Alton Brown. Don't know who that is. Deborah Norvit. Don't know who that is. Bill Goldberg. He's a wrestler. I think he was a legend. I know who that is. Matthew Stafford. Terrell Davis. Who is Terrell Davis? Who is this guy? And the famous Herschel Walker. Oh, they had Terrell Davis. He was a running back. Who else they had? Ernie Johnson, announcer. Oh, NBA analyst announcer. I didn't know that. I didn't know he went to UGA. Now they had some people, mostly athletes. What are politicians? What's that went to UGA? Why he ain't up here? The governor of Georgia. Al. Did the governor of Georgia go to UGA? Let me see. Governor Kemp. Because he was a farmer. Let me see. Governor Kemp. I'm surprised they ain't put him up here. See, you can't believe it. Google Noble alumni. They'll say he's short sometimes. You gotta know some stuff. Yeah, he went to the University of Georgia. Yeah. I knew I wasn't tripping. Yeah. Governor Kemp went to the University of Georgia. Look, he was at the game. Go Dogs. He posted on Facebook. Day, right there in my face. Go Dogs. Look at that. Go ahead and donate that money. Where that president at? Go and get that money from Governor Kemp. Now go and get it. But yeah. And my number one spoke. G said, "Oops, I missed." No, you good, G. You straight. How you been? I've been pretty good. I've been good, G. We making these grinds, making these strides. Live streaming. People want us to stop live streaming, but we can't. People want us to start live. They want us to stop, but we can't. We got the... Don't take our formula, because we will come and we will at you on social media. I got people lurking on Instagram, Twitter. I got people like G and all the rest of them. They lurking. They look for people to use my information. You better not use it, because I might have it trademarked and I might have it copyrighted. We ain't playing with y'all. One of a kind information. That's all. We'll be back Wednesday, because there's countless topics we need to talk about in higher education so you can get an affordable education. I'm not number one in this chat today. No, yes, Junior Martinez. Hopefully they liked and subscribed. You were not, but you're always number one, G. No matter what. As many days you show up, it should have made you number one by default. It should have made you number one by default. Yes, peace, chicken grease. Wednesday, can't come no sooner. Oh, what we doing Wednesday? Yeah, we good. Wednesday, we good. See y'all later.